My search is finally over. I found the perfect, best tasting energy drink from Monster, and it is something that I've been looking for a long time now because I'm getting a little tired of the taste of sodas. Not that it's bad, but if you drink the same thing, no matter what it is, over and over, eventually you get a little sick of it and you just want something a little different. And I found it in this new formula from Monster. It has very low calories, very low sugars, basically almost 0 calories. I think it's rated at 10 calories per can. So it is good if you're looking to watch your calories and not consume too much liquid calories or liquid sugar. Obviously, plain regular water is going to be the primary source of hydration throughout the day because it's healthy, economical, and also 0 calories. I only drink these energy drinks that are 0 sugar and diet sodas as a way to kind of change things up and add a little variety throughout the day. Remember, energy drinks contain caffeine, so don't overdo it. Caffeine content varies by the product, so always check. And also, don't forget, Walmart does have good prices that are much cheaper than the convenience stores, which can be a lot higher price. Look for the packages that have the multiple cans inside them for the best deal. To be sure, there have been previous brands, even Monster, that have come out with a variety of 0 sugar, low calorie branded versions of their products, and they taste pretty good as well. They have a nice variety of flavor, from fruity flavors to like diet soda type flavors, but with a different twist that I do like. And this particular one here is the white one that comes in also a white can, and it is one of the more popular versions of Monster 0 sugar flavorings that is still out there in stores and doing very well from a sales standpoint. This is the one that you'll find the most when you're looking for a 0 sugar Monster or energy drink. You'll find this one in most convenience stores and supermarkets. Also, the nutrient profile of this is pretty much the same as other 0 sugar versions of Monster, which is good because it does have the low calories, low carb, 0 sugars. They do vary slightly, but not that much. The main difference between these ultra low calorie drinks is that depending on the product that you get, it's very specific to the particular flavor and brand. You'll get a different amount of caffeine. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, keep in mind that these products can come with 160 milligrams of caffeine per serving, per container, per can, or they can come with as much as double that amount of caffeine. So I'm not a big fan of that. So I stay away from the ones with a lot of caffeine because I'm not really looking for the caffeine boost per se. Even though I'm sure I do get a little bit of an impact from that, it's not something that I seek out. So I do want to minimize that amount of caffeine as much as possible in case I consume multiple of these a day. Now, going back to this particular Monster, this green version, this is particularly awesome because it is 0 sugar, but it's actually the same original flavor of Monster that they took various years perfecting to make it into a 0 sugar version. So up until now, you could only get this green original Monster taste in the regular Monster, which had the full-blown calories, several hundred calories per can, and sugar. And this one finally comes to market with an awesome taste that is still 0 sugars and does have caffeine if you want the energy, but not as much as some other brands. This one only has around 160 milligrams of caffeine per serving, which is per can, which is pretty good because a lot of other energy brands do have double the caffeine or even more than that per serving. So if you drink a couple of these a day, you might be drinking more caffeine than what you bargained for, and that's not necessarily a good thing, especially if you're sensitive to that. I'm not, but it's just a personal preference. I'd rather not have that much caffeine because I don't need it, like I said before, and I primarily drink these for the taste. Now, these are starting to hit the store shelves. It's still relatively new in the market, but you can pick them up. I first tried this, picked up a few at a convenience store. I paid 2 for $5 with a promotion that they were running. but I think you should be able to get a much better price if you're lucky enough to find these at like a Walmart or a Target or some other supermarket that sells in higher quantities and volumes. But if you can get the box that has multiple versions of this, you could save a lot more money. Like I said before, this one only has 4 in this box, but it still runs better than a convenience store. I'm waiting for the version of this that comes in a case of 12. Monster has done that in the past, where they've put that large case out that you can pick up at Walmart or Target that contains 12 cans, and it's a pretty good deal. Also, Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's Wholesale Club, and others might start carrying this too, because Monster is a big brand that usually has a lot of marketing pull and good relationships with distributors. So it's gonna be very short time before this is available in a lot of places. So it's gonna be a lot easier to pick one of these up at your favorite market. But of course, you're not just limited to energy drinks if you want a little variety in the flavor of your beverages, because I have here a lemonade flavored carbonated water, which has 0 calories, 0 chemicals basically. And if you drink this can, you could probably drink 3 or 4 of these cans and you won't really have any kind of a calorie surplus at all from this, because it's rated at 0 calories, doesn't have any sugars, no artificial sweeteners, and also it does not have caffeine. Now, this particular variety can be found in a lot of stores. Lemonade flavored carbonated water is a very popular flavor. It's like a standard flavor. This one right here is available in private label brands that you can pick up at your favorite store. It's gonna come by different names depending on the supermarket where you purchase your groceries from. They're gonna have their own private labeled, private branded version of this. In addition, you could find other more popular nationwide brand names that market these type of seltzer carbonated water beverages that have just a hint of flavoring from not just lemonade, but also blackberry, cherry, strawberry, mango, pomegranate, and a variety of other exotic flavors and combinations that you might find appealing, and something that is a little different than just plain water. Although, like I said before, water is going to be your best bet for general hydration purposes. I'm only recommending energy drinks for people that want something different, something that isn't alcohol, something that isn't a full-blown coffee with a lot more caffeine. Plus, if you like cold drinks to quench your thirst a little bit throughout the day to have with meals, I think these are great, because coffee, unless you get iced coffee, not everybody likes that warm taste of a drink when you want to quench your thirst with a meal with a little extra flavor. So this lemonade carbonated water could be something that you might be interested in. Pick it up at your local grocery store. They're pretty cheap, cheaper than energy drinks, and they could fill that void that you want to fill up with a little bit of extra flavor, although it's very subtle. And just in case, to give you another option, if you can't find carbonated water or you're having trouble finding that if you're looking online or something, these are also referenced as sparkling water. This particular one here is actually marketed specifically as sparkling water, but it's essentially the same thing as carbonated water. Those beverages are all kind of the same umbrella terminology. Sparkling water, carbonated water, seltzer water is basically the same thing. The main thing, it's water with bubbles, a little bit carbonated, kind of like a soda, and it has a little hint of flavorings. The same deal. Definitely check these out as an alternative to energy drinks and diet sodas if you don't want the caffeine or the aspartame or other artificial sweeteners that those other beverages do contain in some amounts. This one has very little to nothing of that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.